Do you know that when you are reacting defensively, it is always a reaction from your ego mind? Some people think it's natural, it's normal, but I am asking you to actually really look at this in a deeper way, because every time you're coming from a mechanism that's actually defending your ego, then you can be sure that you're coming from some sort of fear or need to be loved, acknowledged, appreciated, which is what the ego doesn't naturally have. So in this video, I want to explain to you the difference about coming from a loving understanding, a loving assumption, or coming from a fearful, ego-based, defensive assumption. Hey, I am Carolina Cummins. I am a self-love mentor. I'm a self-love mentor. I'm here to help you to actually empower yourself and love yourself unconditionally, the way you are authentically. And that applies to really look into, where am I coming from? Is it love or fear? So today's episode is about this defensiveness reaction that we all have here and there. And I want to help you to be more mindful about it, to become more aware of what's actually going on there. So say, for instance, your partner says something to you, and maybe that implies in your mind, it implies that you've done something wrong. The way, whatever you've done, you feel there's a reaction starting in you just because of he said something maybe quite innocently. Or maybe somebody at work, or to do with, with your work, maybe a client or maybe your boss said something that makes you feel that whatever you delivered there to do with the work wasn't enough, wasn't professional enough, or something along that line. And again, you're reacting, you're becoming defensive because you don't like what was said. So in both of these scenarios, I want to go a bit deeper now. So you could stay, number one, you could react, no, that's not true. I've done my best here. This is a really good work. I've done this really good. It's just you, maybe when the boss is speaking, or maybe even a client or a co-worker. And, you might make them wrong. You might want to make them wrong. You might, in your mind, you might think, they're just don't know enough about this, what I'm doing here. They are from a different department. Or so you're talking from your point of view that, whatever you've done is good and right, and they are wrong, basically. Or when your partner is saying something to you, and that makes you think or assume that, he's not happy the way you are doing something, or you've said something. And again, really, you are assuming that you've done something wrong, and you, at the first instance, want to react defensively. And you might start an argument. You might say, no, that's not true. That's not what I did, and so on and so on. And when you are on that level, you are really having two egos fighting each other. I'm right, you're wrong, no, you are wrong, and that never goes anywhere. And so by becoming aware, first of all, how come you are reacting? This is what I want to really invite you to think about, and observe yourself. How come I am reacting now? Because there's always a reason below the surface level why you are reacting, why you are becoming defensive, why you're making the other person wrong. And I want you to really look at that it's coming from inside of you. And it seems like a lot of people think it's them, they're wrong, they're not thoughtful enough, they are blaming me, they like to put people down and tell a story about the other person. But this is your reaction, so it's coming from inside of your emotional body. And as soon as you can own that and realizing, how come I am feeling this way? So you're realizing there is something going on within you. And by asking that question, you're going a little bit deeper, and you might notice that you actually feel that you've done something wrong. And that is the real reason. You believe you've done something wrong. And you know, of course, if you believe you've done something wrong, and this is a strong belief, and it makes you feel less than, it makes you feel you won't be loved now, you will maybe rejected, you won't get this contract that you were hoping you will get, you maybe fear that your partner is not liking you anymore, or losing his love. So the real reason is you're coming from fear, you're coming from a belief, I'm doing something wrong, and therefore I am in a scenario, or I am in a situation where I might lose something, which is usually love. So this is the real reason why you are becoming defensive. So I want to help you to come back to love instead of living like from fear. So if you keep on being defensive and you're trying to make yourself right and making the other person wrong, then you're continuing to live from that realm of ego mind, from fear and from lack of love. But so if you are owning that emotion, it's a complete different story. Can you see? You're coming back to yourself and you are using truth. The truth is actually, I am believing something here that doesn't make me feel good. If I believe I'm wrong, then I will always feel hurt, upset, put down maybe, and less than perhaps. And that is never a good way of living. As long as you are believing I'm wrong, you will stay in that mind, the ego mind that says I'm not lovable, basically. And when you feel like I'm not lovable, you're not going to feel good about yourself. You cannot feel good about yourself, right? So any belief that is suggesting that you're not lovable or that you are not good enough will need to be deleted. It's your task really as a next step to work on diminishing or dissolving this belief. Otherwise, the scenario comes up again, another situation comes along, and again you're reacting, again you want to defend yourself. The whole scenario repeats itself, right? So my invitation is to, number one, become aware of why you are reacting. What is the reason? There's always a reason for everything. And go below the surface level, go below the story. Don't interact with the story that's playing out. Just come back to yourself and own your emotion. What is there? Are you hurt? Are you angry? Do you feel less than? And then how come you feel that way? Do you feel, I'm not good enough, or I'm not I do everything wrong. I'm not wanted the way I am. I just never succeed. I just can't do this. See, all those thoughts, those beliefs are the real reason why you are acting or reacting defensively. Does that make sense? So let me know, share in the comments, when are you reacting defensively, and are you able to stop yourself from reacting before the argument starts? Are you able to come inside again and own whatever is going on for you? And learn that, it's only the ego mind that is feeling defensive. It's never your true self. Your true self, your higher self, the love that you are, would never feel that way. And by coming back to your own love, by deleting or diminishing that belief that you're holding on to that's making you feel defensive, you will learn and come back to that loving yourself as you are. And that's what I want to help you achieve. I actually have a little mini course that is working or helping you to work with your triggers, So it's like identifying the triggers, and then I've got a guided healing journey that you can go on to do exactly this, deleting or dissolving the belief that you're holding on to within yourself. So you will not react defensively over and over and over again. Okay, if this helped you, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. If you want to learn more about how you can live your life from love and actually love yourself, learn to love yourself unconditionally, please subscribe. And I always love to hear from you in the comments. You know, if you want to share anything, any issues that you have, any questions you have, please do. Okay, I'm looking forward to being with you again next week. Until then, much love to you. Bye for now.